Now, NATO is planning a possible mission in the Arctic to bolster security in the high north amid rising Russian and Chinese activity in the region. This was during a visit to Luxembourg that the alliance's supreme allied commander, Europe, General Alexis Grinkevich, said that the operation called Arctic Sentry is still in its final planning stages.
Talk about Greenland. We talked about in the context of the Arctic and the increasing need for the alliance to pay attention to security in the Arctic, given the continued Russian presence and increasing Chinese presence that's there. I think it's been reported widely that we're doing some planning now on a new Arctic mission called Arctic Sentry that has not kicked off yet, but we're in the final stages of planning for that enhanced vigilance activity.
Grinkevich also said that United States and Russia have agreed to restore a military-to-military communication channel, which also marks a limited but important step towards renewed contact. This amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. In fact, he even described his talks with Russian negotiators as constructive and focused on next steps towards a potential peace agreement. Parallelly, the United States will hand over leadership of 2 NATO regional commands to European countries, which comes as President Donald Trump has urged allies to take on greater responsibility for their own defense. Italy will assume command of NATO's Naples operation in the south, while Britain will lead the Norfolk command in the north. The US will continue to control NATO's maritime forces based in the United Kingdom. Also, a NATO official said that the changes are part of a broader redistribution of senior officer responsibilities, while giving European allies, including newer members, a more prominent role in military leadership. The transition will take several months to implement. European countries have already increased defense spending in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and last year had even agreed to raise NATO's defense spending target. Well, US NATO Ambassador Matthew Whitaker has emphasized that Trump's approach is aimed at strengthening the alliance by encouraging Europe to step up and not weaken it. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will now travel next to Hungary and Slovakia after Trump endorsed Hungary's right-wing leader Viktor Orban, who is trailing in April polls behind that of former insider turned critic Peter Magyar. Rubio's visit will focus on reinforcing bilateral as well as regional interests, which includes peace initiatives as well as energy cooperation. Orban is one of few European Union leaders with warm ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin and has often resisted European Union's support for Ukraine.